Betcha thought I forgot about you. Nay, I did not. I wanted to film a late night episode since I'm up for duty anyways, and I figured this is the time of the day when you don't normally see me. This is nighttime, Allie. And originally, I had planned to title this episode The Late Night Episode and just talk about my nighttime routine and, you know, what I usually do before I go to bed. But I realized, A, that's not very exciting. I wash my face and brush my teeth, and that's literally all I do. And like hang out, listen to music at night. I try not to be on screens. I'm normally reading a paperback book and just chilling or writing in a notebook. But alas, I have new plans. And there's a reason for that. The reason is that it's currently Comic-Con, I guess. I did not know that. But apparently it is. So there are a bunch of cool trailers that dropped today. One such trailer is not so cool. And I know that a lot of people have talked about this. A lot of people have like gone frame by frame and said how creepy it is. And I'm sure if you've seen the trailer, you will know that it is creepy. But we gotta talk about Cats, the movie musical. I have a lot of feelings about Cats. I have loved Cats since I was a little kid. I really love the animal cats. Like, I love cats very much. Tigers are my favorite animal of all time, but like domestic animal wise, I think cats may even beat out dogs for me. I'm just a cat person. I get along really well with them. I love them very much. I love cats, and I love the movie musical, or not the movie musical. Excuse me for misspeaking. I love the musical. Cats, if you don't know, is by Andrew Lloyd Webber. It is, how to describe it? It's a weird show. I got into Cats, you know, I was into it when I was little, because, like, Cats is a musical about cats. Shocker. Basically, this musical is about a particular pack. I don't know if pack is the right word. Band of cats. And all of the cats, one day a year, hold this big party called the Jellicle Ball, and they decide which cat will basically get a second chance at life, get a new life. They get to start over, they're a new cat, or whatever. And so the entire musical is all these cats kind of competing to win the new life. And so they all are introducing each other, and there's all kinds of different cats. There's like the mystery cat, McCavity, who's like the bad guy, but he's not really like a bad, like he just also wants to win the contest. I mean, they do sing a song about him, and in the song they say he's committed every human crime. So I guess McCavity's a murderer. He's the enemy of Scotland Yard, apparently. They hate McCavity the mystery cat. There's Rum Tum Tugger. There's Rumple Teaser. There's all these cats. They all have different weird names. And one of the first songs is a song called The Naming of Cats, and it talks about how every cat has like 3 names: the name that the human calls them, the name that they're actually known by other cats, and that's unique to them. Like, no other cat shares that name. And then there's a secret name that they all have, that they hold in their hearts or whatever. That's the start of the musical. And then there are all the cats introducing each other by, you know, their names that they refer to each other by. So there's like an old cat that like used to do shows and was like a show, like a musical cat. And so they all have their different songs. I love Cats very much. I think that it is a fantastic show to see on Broadway or in person in a traveling show. Like, however you see Cats, it needs to be in a theater, because there's just something about that. Like, Cats is a musical that is meant to be performed. It's meant to be that ephemeral, like, theater quality to it that just, like, can't be any other way. You can't really, like, hear about Cats from someone and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me. It's like something you have to see to understand. The beauty of Cats is in the dancing. It is a show that is entirely based on its choreography. The singing, I mean, it's good. Like, the people who do the Broadway cast recording, the people who go and do these shows are good singers, but the show is really all about the movement and capturing the essence of a cat and how they move and the ballet of it all and the, like, special dance moves that every cat has, and, like, the cats are human-sized in the musical, so it's, like, really interesting dynamic with these, like, dancing cats, and they do all kind of get up to all kinds of mischief. And, you know, the song that everybody knows from Cats is Memory. I would raise you. You should listen to Rum Tum Tugger. That's my favorite song from Cats. It's like, oh, Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat. It's very fun. The whole musical is very fun. It's, like, very upbeat. The song everybody knows from Cats is Memory, all alone in the moonlight. It's good. It's fine. It's a fine song. If you've heard it once, though, you don't really need to hear it a second time, but you will. You will hear it too many times. Point being, there are beautiful musical moments in the show Cats. The main, like, theme that's, like, this, like, it's, like, beautiful. You should listen to the overture, because there are some beautiful, like, themes in it, and, like, musically, it's a gorgeous show. The main meat of my problem with Cats is that it seems like it would be a show with, like, a deeper message. Like, there's gotta be a deeper meaning. It can't just be a show about all these, like, cats hanging around, introducing themselves, because that'd be weird, right? No. You'd be wrong if you think that, because it has no deeper meaning. I've looked everywhere. I've scoured the internet. I've gone everywhere to look for the meaning of Cats. There is no meaning. It literally has no deeper message. There are people who think it might be about evangelical Christians because of the name Jellicle Cats, and, like, there's this whole theme of, like, being resurrected and getting the second chance at life, and, like, maybe there's something there. I don't think so. I think Andrew Lloyd Webber was just like, you know what? I'm going to write a musical about cats, and it's not going to make any sense, but I'm going to write it, and it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be a show for dancers. And that's what it is. It's a show for dancers, and it's a show for beautiful musical moments, but not really like a story. It doesn't really have a story. It just kind of is. It's just something that is. I have a lot of thoughts about this. I've pondered it many a time. I don't know what the hidden meaning of Cats is. If anyone knows and is like, oh my god, you didn't find this source, like, please let me know. I've looked for the meaning of Cats. The other big thing about Cats, besides the dancing, is the costume work and the makeup work. Costumes and makeup are a huge part of what makes Cats a good musical. It's cool. That's what makes it a cool and different show to do. The movie chooses to get rid of the beautiful Broadway-level costumes in favor of CGI cat-human hybrids with cat faces and bodies, but human features, as in, like, it's just the human eyes, nose, and mouth that are human, and then everything else is cat-like, except for the fact that, you know, they're, like, cats on two legs. That gets rid of the main, like, thing that makes Cats a cool and interesting and different show. Because without the fun, crazy costumes, you've basically boiled Cats down to, like, how good is your orchestra and, like, can people dance? Which is cool, I guess, if you're making a movie about dancing. But I think, personally, that there are a lot of musicals that I would like to see adapted to film. I think plots like Wicked could be really cool to see done in a movie. I don't even know, like, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying would be a cool movie. Once on This Island would be a really cool movie. Hamilton would be an awesome movie. There are so many musicals that would make great movies. Les Mis, fantastic movie. It's all about the storyline and the characters, and the singing is like secondary to that. Like, the point of the show isn't like singing in Les Mis. Even though it's like, people have good voices. I'm not saying the movie, like, people don't sing well. I'm just saying, like, that's not really the point of Les Mis as a show. And the point of Cats as a show is to show off cool costumes and cool dancing. And if you're not going to have the cool costumes and you're just going to have the cool dancing, like, I don't know if it'll work. I don't think it will. I don't think you can shove Idris Elba, Dame Judi Dench, Sarina McKellen, Jason Derulo, James Corden into a movie, cartoon them into, like, these creepy, like, hairless looking cats, and expect the movie to make much of an impact. It's just all I'm saying is, like, there's hype around this trailer because it looks creepy, and there's this uncanny valley aspect to it where it's like, I don't know if these things are cats or people, and I hate it. So I have a lot of thoughts on Cats. Sorry to go on a 12-minute rant about Cats the movie musical, but I have a lot of thoughts because I got really into Cats February of last year, and I've listened to the whole thing multiple times, and I know all the words to the songs. So, like, I just don't really understand why they picked this show. There are better shows that they could have picked. There are musicals that are so underrated. Not to say that, like, any of the shows I mentioned previously are underrated. Oh, well, Once on This Island I think is pretty underrated. Especially the new Broadway cast version of it. So good. But my point is, there are shows with better storylines, with better characters, that are better adapted to film. I think Cats is a show that's all about spectacle, and spectacle doesn't translate to film. It does not translate to film. I really like the movie, you know, what's it called? Oh my gosh. Big movie about Barnum. Oh my god, it's completely escaping me. It's the same people as La La Land. With Hugh Jackman, and, oh my god, this is gonna kill me, I'm so sorry, I have to look this up. I really liked it, and now I feel like I'm a really terrible person because I don't know the name of it. The Greatest Showman. I'm stupid, I'm sorry. The Greatest Showman kind of suffers from a little bit of the same thing, where it's like, that story, like, the story of Barnum is all about spectacle, and I think it kind of suffers when you try and put it to screen. But Cats is one where I feel like it's just gonna come out wrong. It's already come out wrong. I don't need to see Taylor Swift like that. I love her very much, but I don't need to see her like that. I don't need to see James Corden looking like that. I don't need to see that actress girl looking like that. I just don't. It just looks wrong. It's bad. Don't do it. Thank you. This has been my 14-minute rant about Cats. I love you all very much. Sorry for the late night thoughts, but I will see you tomorrow.